What up, QC crew? King Day is in the mother building.
Run it up was up. JBRISKO, not know when was up. Run that shit, we had all the show. Say that shit for your camera.
Warning. Everything said in this video and on this platform is strictly my opinion and all alleged. Here, we speak about hot topics on YouTube and other social media platforms for entertainment and conversational purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
What it do? It is your homie King Day here in King's Corner, and I am back with another reaction video for you. Now look, I know y'all just finished part 1 and y'all ready to get in part 2. It has been a lot going on in these 11 parts so far, okay? Greg is sleeping with his auntie, Greg sleeping with his cousins, Greg sleeping with his sister best friends. People trying her. Greg done told her, look, I'm going to give you a head start to run. You got about 30 seconds before I pew you. And she still stayed through all of this. And I believe we are at the point where she has already had her third, maybe fourth child by Greg. Is this woman sure her name ain't Peach McIntyre? I'll just play, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get straight into it. I ain't going to hold you. I never do. If you fuck with me like I with you, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. We're gonna get straight into this video. Let's get it. Go grab your snacks, go grab your drink, let go.
Girl, she was like calling in fucking CPS reports, like doing weird shit, like girl coming past my house, like just doing shit. And the whole time, Markelly just thinking I'm fucking delusional. Like, I'm losing it. Like, and I'm telling her, like, bitch, this is real. Like, this is fucking real. Like, CPS keep coming. Like, this is for real. Mind you, I would be a crazy-ass fucking person to call CPS on myself, okay? I'm calling CPS on myself, risking my kids getting to, and your brother damn sure can't take care of them. So, why would I call CPS on myself? I have no benefit in that. I don't get no food stamps. I don't get no child care. I don't get none of that. So what would be the benefit of me calling CPS on myself? Anyways, we end up getting past that or whatever. The girl was like calling CPS, doing whatever. I guess she thought her and Greg was going to be together forever. I told her that wasn't going to work out. Her and Greg ain't together no more. So, boom. So now January 2024 come around. At this point, like, I don't even want to fuck with him. I'm like, bro, you keep bringing this bitch over here. Like, this bitch got your location. She, like, it's, like, so fucking weird. She keep calling fucking CPS. Like, and he not doing nothing about it. Like, I don't even care if you fuck with the bitch, bro. Like, why is this bitch keep calling CPS on me, dog? Like, you leave me alone. Go fuck with her and go on about your business. Girl, me and Greg had got into a big fucking fight, about the girl calling CPS or whatever. Greg, he had ended up putting a gun to my head, to my he gonna kill me and kill himself and like all type of like, Greg, it was all over the place, girl. I had to call the police and get him up out of there because he was like really going crazy, and I really like at this point I really felt in danger of my life. Like I thought he was really gonna kill me. So the police had ended up coming to get him. Whatever. I went back to Florida because I'm not finna get my kids took for you, bro. Like, this is too much. Like, at this point, I need to leave you alone because, bro, they was calling CPS so much. At this point, it's like, it don't even matter if it's true or false. Them folks finna just come snatch these damn kids up. So, I moved back to Florida, okay? Now, when I moved back to Florida, I feel like I'm getting myself back together. You know what I'm saying? I end up moving into an apartment in Florida, and I meet a new nigga. Y'all gotta come back for the next part. Okay. So y'all thinking I done started some shit, right? I'm finna blow y'all motherfucking mind, dog. You ready for it? Back up, bitch. Greg Dad a pastor, good. Bitch, Greg Dad is a pastor. And I got some shit to tell y'all, baby. This on the beginning, baby. These first 12 parts is only the beginning. Baby, y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
Honestly,
So y'all thinking I done started.
It doesn't surprise me that Greg's dad is a pastor. He's given PK behavior. He is absolutely giving PK behavior. Let's get to the next part.
Okay, so this is part 9 about how I found out my baby daddy,
Okay, so something happened with part 9 back when we were supposed to do part 9, and the music and everything is copywritten. We had already gotten past part 9, okay? So we're going to keep the thing rolling. According to the comment, the music was doing too much anyway on this episode. So let's get on to 12.
Okay, so
Apparently we have some clips that we missed, so let's catch up.
before we finish the rest of the story, because as I said, I need 10K followers, baby, to finish this shit. We gonna go back a little bit, so I can give y'all a little bit of insight on some shit that I kind of missed. So around this time that I had the Hyundai Kona, you guys remember I got the Hyundai Kona. He ended up stealing my car. My car smelled like pussy and weed. Okay, Greg ended up, we ended up getting into it. Okay, the reason we ended up getting into it is because Greg tried to fuck my mom. Now, like I said, I'm from Florida. We don't do that type of shit. We didn't grow up like that. Like, Florida people do not get down like that. Like, that's just some country Mississippi ass shit. Like, fucking with family and all that. That's just weird, okay? So, Greg ended up one day at work sending my mom a picture of his dick. My mom instantly called me. Like, get your nasty ass baby daddy off my motherfucking phone. Woo, 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 just da. It was like, and it was all over the place. Now, at the time, like I told y'all, I was really bad in love with my baby daddy, so I took my baby daddy's side over my mom. I said, well, maybe somebody playing on your phone, because he didn't text from his number. He texted from a text now number, but I said, maybe somebody playing on your phone or something, but he said that wasn't him. So now me and my mom are into it, bitch. Like, I hadn't spoke to my mom in like a year and a half, because my mom's like Disney, this is fucking ridiculous. Man, me and my mom never really had the closest relationship, but one thing about it, bitch, two things for certain, like, I don't even play about her. Ever since I met Greg, it's like me and my mom fell apart. Like, it really was no understanding with the two of us. And that goes back to the question that a lot of people was asking, how did my mom end up letting me go to Mississippi at 15 years old? So my mom really had no control over me at that time. You know, you can tell a child to do something, but you could teach a child to do something, but it's like they got a mind of their own. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much was running away from...
That saddens me. And the fact that she is a parent and she has that mindset, or she believes that you can tell a child to do something, but they have a mind of their own. Yes, they have a mind of their own. We all have minds of our own. But at 15, I tell you where you can and cannot go. It's up to me to allow you to get away with the things that you're getting away with. And what this sounds like, sad to say, her mama just didn't give a damn. Because at 15, her mom could have put out an Amber Alert and got her sent back home. At 15, her mom could have sent her to a boot camp to get her act right. Hell, at 15, Greg and his grandma and everybody else who was allowing this 15-year-old to just stay at their house and all in the neighborhood and all around town in a whole nother state could have been punished for that. Again, I keep asking, how old is Greg? How old is Greg? Because if Greg was over the age of 18, he could have been charged too. So there's no such thing as a child. At 15, you know, she got her own mind. Now, 18, yeah, you know, your parents still try to control you, still try to guide you. I ain't gonna say control, but still try and guide you, still try and tell you where you can and can't go, you know, see how far they can continue to monitor you before you say, look, I'm grown, or I feel like I'm grown, or until you get disrespectful and they be like, well, go and do your grown shit since you know so much and you got your fucking degree and you smart and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So for you to be 15 and you talking about you could tell a child something, but they got a mind of their own, you're a child and you're not making a smart decision. We're not talking about your mom allowing you to go to another state for a college program for the summer. You just rolling around with a nigga. And again, the fact that she has kids saddens me even more, because when her kids get 13, 14, 15, and they have a mind of their own, you're just going to let them do whatever they want to do because they have their own mind. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm going to continue this for y'all, but I'm like really not even too much more interested. But I'm going to continue on with y'all because y'all here, right? So y'all invested. Let's get it.
From home, like trying to go be with Greg, like just doing shit, like just and to this day I fucking regret it. So if you know what I'm saying, like 16, 17 and shit, stay at home, baby. I had to hop off the porch at like 16. Like I had to start getting money at 16 or I wouldn't be where I'm at today, like with 4 kids and able to, you know what I'm saying, take care of 4 kids. Now I don't regret my 4 kids in no type of way, but baby bitch, girl, I didn't expect to have no 4 kids. Now that they here, I'm thankful for them.
So pretty much Greg has sent my mom a dick picture, was saying like he wanna marry her, this and that, like professing his love to my mom. I had ended up trying to talk to a nigga, but that didn't work out. Clearly, as you see. Greg ended up pulling up at the boy's house, like completely damaged my car, ripped the indicators out. Like, I'm finna post more pictures. He smashed my radio in my car. Like, all this stuff I got fixed. Like, come on now, baby. This ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Smashed my back window out. Like, did a whole bunch of shit, right? So, remember I told you that me and the sister was, like, close as fuck, right? Tell me why the sister went with Greg, broke in my house, damaged my whole apartment. They threw ketchup, mustard, pickles, all type of shit all over my walls. I wish I still had the video. I really have to find it, y'all, to show y'all like the walkthrough of my apartment. Girl, they ripped the ceiling fans out the wall. They ripped the cabinets off the fucking kitchen cabinet. Like, it was so fucking bad. Now, people who know, they know. Like, this is throwback. Like, if you've been watching me on Instagram, you know about this. So, not only did Markelly, like, play in my face, act like she was a friend, help me with my kids, do all this stuff. Bitch, she broke in my apartment with her brother. Like, huh? After all this happened, Greg ended up going to live with his grandma, okay? Greg ended up taking my kids from me. Him and his family took my kids from me for 3 months. Didn't let me see my kids. Didn't let me talk to my kids. Every time I pull up at the grandma's house, they call the police on me. Like, basically just fucking kidnapped my kids and told me I can't see them no more. I tried to call the police.
Did Greg have full custody of them kids? Somebody in the comment section help me understand. Hypothetically speaking, if Gregory did not have full custody of those kids and she pulled up and she was like, I want to see my kids, and she called the police, what would happen? Those who live in Mississippi, those who know the law, those who have experience in these situations, what would happen? Although he's the father, right? He's the biological father of those children. Could he take those kids, say you can't see them, and then when she calls the police does nothing? Is that possible? I just want to know.
You know what I'm saying? But they were saying like, that's it, that's their dad. We can't do nothing until he ready to give them back to you, like all type of shit. So in the midst of all this, right, it was like his family and him tried their best to like break me down. But one thing about it, bitch, ain't no breaking me down. I feel like I done been through so much shit in my life. Like, this ain't nothing, okay? So they tried their best to like break me down to my lowest. Like, they went on Facebook and told these people like, she a deadbeat, she ain't came and seen her kids in 3 months, she chasing behind a nigga and left her kids. We were like, it was all over the place. Like, and I didn't have no room to defend myself. When I tell you, I feel overwhelmed when I have 4 kids, but without my kids, at the time I only had 2 kids when this happened. At this time, girl, I couldn't live without them.
And you still had more?
I literally, like, every day, like, I was crying my eyes out. Like, crazy. I just wanted my kids. Girl, I used to sit outside their grandma's house across the street and stalk my kids. I literally, so it's a road, and then it's like a little kind of like a dead end or a little, you know, road that curves and just comes back out type shit. So I used to sit there and literally stalk my fucking kids, like watch them play outside. Like, it was that deep. Like, I couldn't live without my kids. Greg had,
and just like Greg kidnapped them damn kids, while you sitting out there watching them play outside, I'll be like, come here. They gonna run to you because you they mama, right? They love you. They gonna be happy to see you, so they gonna run to you, throw their ass in the car, and then you kidnap them back. How about that? Why didn't that happen? Why didn't we attempt that? And maybe she gets into it. Maybe she does. I'm probably just thinking too soon. But come on now. You want your kids? Get your kids. And why did you continue to have kids? You got 2 and he putting you through all of this with 2. And then you turn around and have some more by him? Like, bro, what the fuck?
I ended up meeting a girl on Facebook, right? The girl was a fucking weirdo. She always wanted to have kids. For some reason, she never had kids. And met Greg on Facebook, and now they call themselves in a relationship. The girl ended up living 4 hours from Mississippi. Greg drove up there to get her. When Greg met her, I guess Greg told her he was a single father. I'm out the picture. I'm a drug addict. Left my kids or whatever, right? The girl that I knew nothing about till months later, okay, so we got the chocolate baby because she's crying. So basically the girl ended up like making posts on Facebook saying how much she loved her kids, this and that and that. Whole time they're my kids. Not only did she make posts about how much she loved my kids, but basically like told Facebook like them were her kids, and this like on some whole weird shit. Like this shit was like a movie. Like, you know, somebody who's like obsessed with kids and they fucking kidnap kids. Like this is how I was fucking thinking. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I don't care if I'm with a nigga like and he have a kid. I'm not gonna be like, it's okay to post a picture with the kid, but like now you running out, baby. You on here talking about you love them and they love their mom and got my kids calling you mom. Like what, girl? So, she had ended up living with Greg's grandma. Fucking crazy. She ends up moving in with Greg's grandma. They're living in the house and they sleeping in Markaylee's room. The whole family knows about this. Mind you, y'all won't even let me see my kids, but you have a fucking stranger who's obsessed with kids, can't have kids, over here living with these kids, watching these kids every day while y'all go to work, and I can't even see my own fucking kids. Girl, when I tell you, pissed the fuck off, girl, please. So months end up passing. Greg end up calling himself like not feeling the girl anymore or whatever, left her in Mississippi and her family had to come get her. Like I told y'all, she lived 4 hours away. So me and Greg had ended up getting back together probably like 2 months after this all happened. He ended up giving me my kids back. Now this is where shit gets crazy, okay? He ends up catching an STD from a 15-year-old girl and had a threesome with her and her friend. Girl, come back for the next part.
One thing I know, y'all gonna let me brush my teeth and take me a shower, baby, before y'all be trying to jump down my neck about another video. This is part 12 of me being soul tied to a motherfucking demon, dog. And I ain't talking no inner demon. I'm talking about my baby daddy that I share 4 kids with. So now, January 2024, we had ended up getting into a big fight, as y'all know. The fight was over Taco Bell. So at this time, Greg was on the run from the police. Mind you, me and Greg hadn't been together for about, I'll say 8-9 months at this point. But he had nowhere to run to, so he basically came to my house. So at this point, I hadn't fucked Greg in like a whole fucking year. Since we had our last kid, I hadn't touched him. So we live downtown Memphis. We end up being snowed in, like stuck. Now he's stuck at my house. Like, not only did he come over here, bitch, but he's stuck here. So in the midst of him being stuck here, him and his girlfriend into it, all these Taco Bell. This girl like texting his phone, talking about your ugly ass baby mama, this and that, and how you hate your baby mama, but you're over there with her and woo. And I'm just like, sir, why do you keep talking to this bitch? And this hoe literally called CPS on your kids. So once she found out that Greg was over there, she called CPS again. At this point, baby, you got to go. You got to get out my shit. Go on about your business. At this point, it's getting too tiring for me. Greg went on a whole fucking rampage. Put a gun to my head. Somebody gonna kill me, kill himself, whatever. I called the police and get his ass up out of there. So when Greg first goes to jail, my dumb motherfucking ass is over here answering his fucking jail calls, bro. I literally sent him like a fucking hot plate, like answering his calls. I then moved back to Florida. My mom come and get me from Memphis. I moved back to Florida. I left everything behind, like left my furniture, my clothes. I left everything behind. Now, anybody who know me know the motion wherever I go, baby. Been getting money, still getting money, forever getting money. So it was no problem for me to start over back at home. Throughout January, it was pretty hard for me, but it was like a start of my spiritual journey. I pretty much feel like I was at my lowest, not financially, but just mentally. I was at my lowest.
Like, I was just trying to piece it together. Like, okay, I have 4 kids with this man, and now I'm just moving back to Florida, thousands of miles away, and I just had to, you know what I'm saying, regroup. So now I'm like, bitch, it's over with, because you weren't doing shit for us when we was in Mississippi. So what would make a difference of me being here in Florida? Like, it will be the same shit, just without you in my motherfucking life. Okay, so at the time, I'm not gonna lie, I was still in love with my baby daddy, like crazy in love with him. But we were too toxic to be around each other. Me and my mom had ended up getting into a real bad fight because my mom was just trying to talk to me, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to get my head in the right place. Now, I live in my truth. I regret every day doing this shit. So I had ended up like beating the shit out of my mom. Still to this day, I regret it. And I end up doing it, like, siding with Greg. So I had just realized, and I noticed how, like, even though I did that, my mom never turned her back on me. Like, she still came and got me. When all this shit was going on, CPS coming, Greg done put a gun to my head and stuff. My mom was on FaceTime when all this was going on, and she was like begging Greg, like, just like stop, like this shit is too much, you know what I'm saying? But she still came and got me. So at this point, January 2024, I feel like I have something to prove to my mom, like, you know, because she been trying for so long. My mom had been trying for years. She had just been trying to get me to walk away from the situation. She tried to talk to me. It's been times where I didn't talk to my mom for 2 years because I was so mad that she didn't want me to be with Greg. So now I feel like, you know, I got to come back home to Florida. I got to prove to my mom that I can be without Greg. You know, just get myself back together. Get back to being me. So now January was so fucking hard for me. Like, I've always been in the church. I've always prayed and stuff, but I wasn't praying every day. At this point, I'm starting to pray every day because I'm so far at my lowest mentally. Baby, I had no choice but to call on him. So now at the end of January, the beginning of February, I end up meeting a new nigga. And he was just like so kind, so down to earth, like the complete opposite of what I'm used to. Y'all come back for part 13, baby. I did a good person bad. And lost the new nigga. So this is part 13 of me being so tied to this motherfucking demon, dog. Okay, so I get back to Florida, feeling like myself, baby. Don't play with her. So now, the end of January, the beginning of February, I end up meeting a new nigga. Now, as I said, this boy was like so down to earth, so kind. Like, just the complete opposite of what I'm used to. So, at this point in my life, I hadn't fucked in like a year or a year and a half, baby. My baby finna be 1 year old, and I hadn't fucked since I got pregnant with her. So, when I met this nigga, girl, I ain't never had a one-night stand. Girl, I gave him the pussy on the first night, dog. We had ended up talking on the phone for like 2 weeks, and then he wanted me to come see him. But we was talking faithfully, like, every day on the phone. 2 weeks, like, all day, every day. I had ended up going out there and seeing him, and we fucked. When I tell you the best thing that ever happened to my motherfucking 23 years of living, girl, that boy fucked the feelings I had for my baby daddy straight the fuck up out of me. I'm talking about, like, the sex, amazing. When I tell you he casted that motherfucking demon up out of me, baby. Oh, Lord Jesus. Now, at this point, I was just on some shit, like, I just wanted a sneaky link. Like, I wasn't too into having a boyfriend or a relationship because I just got out of a relationship for 7 years, baby. And if he knew half the shit that I went through, baby, girl, if he knew half the shit that I went through, I think he probably would have had some understanding. But I just didn't even want to discuss it. Like, I didn't even want him to bring up my baby daddy. I didn't want to bring up my baby daddy. I just wanted to forget about the past. So now time go by, we kicking it, we hanging out more, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was locked in. Like, now it's like more of a sneaky link thing. Like, now I'm starting to feel him. At that point, I can't even control my emotions, which is the reason I didn't want to be in a relationship. I just wanted a sneaky link because I can't control my emotions. So, we had ended up having a little disagreement or whatever, but we end up getting past it because, as I said, he's a very down-to-earth person. His communication skills, baby, A1. He basically talked to me and was like, this ain't how you gotta do shit. You know what I'm saying? Just talk to me, tell me how you feeling or whatever. And we had got past it. Now, a couple months done passed, we talking and shit. I wouldn't say love, but I care for this person a lot. And I'm just really feeling him, but I don't know how to tell him that. Now, mind you, in the midst of all this happening, I'm a fucking Facebook troll. Like, I troll all day, all night. Like, that's all I fucking do is troll. But I never had the intentions of trolling him. So one day we on the phone and he ends up asking me, would you be mad if I got a girlfriend? So at first I'm kiki laughing about it. I'm like, don't even fucking play with me. But then I just felt like he was so serious. Like, now bitch, I feel offended, dog. So I'm sitting up there like, a girlfriend. Mind you, I'm 23 years old, baby. Now, I know I ain't the brightest of them all, baby. And I ain't did a lot of fucking because I've been with somebody for 7-8 years, baby. But one thing I do know is the shit you was doing to me, baby, you ain't had no business doing that to me. Baby, a fuck nigga ain't never did that to me in the 8 years that I started fucking, bitch, from 16 when I started fucking, bitch, you got me a girlfriend. Girl, this boy was holding me up 6 feet in the motherfucking air. Girl, eating my pussy upside down. Oh my God, Lord Jesus, I miss him. Girl, this man was doing shit I be watching on Pornhub. You hear me? Girl. So now I'm in my feelings, and I'm like, a girlfriend? Like, what? So, as I said, we were very sexually compatible. Like, stuff I was doing to him or stuff we were doing is not stuff that I would normally do. Like, because you know when you with somebody, but you can't fuck them because you're not happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this boy here, he took time out to learn my body. Like, stuff that my baby daddy, like, never did. So, we had ended up having videos in my phone. When he made the comment about, can we still be cool if he got a girlfriend or whatever? I'm like, okay, can we still be cool if I get on Facebook and show these people a video of me eating your... Yeah. So, me mad as a mug, I get on Facebook and go live and show the video. Girl, he instantly mad as fuck. Like, girl, he was so mad, he cut me off, baby. Like, he didn't want to talk to me none. Now, at this point in my life, Greg is rubbing off on me. Like,
Y'all, I had to turn to the side and stuff my mouth with popcorn because a video of you doing what? Okay.
I could not deal with the fact that this boy did not want to fuck with me no more. Girl, when I tell you live it, baby, I couldn't sleep, eat, or nothing. No, I'm just playing. But no, like, seriously, like, I could not get him off my mind. Like, I was so fucking mad. Girl, I caught this man 550 times. This is not a game. So, yeah, I ended up sending him, like, all type of crazy text messages, telling him I'm finna come to his house, I'm finna do this, that, and the third. And he just be standing on business, you hear me? He like, listen, little baby, I ain't even finna do no arguing with you, baby. You come over here, I'm calling the police on you. And I just love that for him. Because I swear to God, this boy used to have me in check, baby. Like, he ain't even play the rodeo with me, you hear me? So I'm like, ooh, okay, I got something for you, baby. Y'all come back for the next part. So this is part 13. Okay, so this is part 14 of me being soul tied to this motherfucking demon, dog. We can't even say soul tied no more. Because at this point, we done found out that the new nigga done fucked the demon up. He done cast the demon up out of me, baby. So this is part 14.
So now I end up getting into it with the new nigga. Like, he ain't fucking with me or whatever. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this nigga. I'm finna go about my business. A lot of y'all was on the previous video asking, am I gonna double back? I am, in fact, gonna double back. I just feel like right now I'm in my healing process. So, I do plan on going to get my nigga back, baby. I just feel like I'm finna work on myself for the next couple weeks, next couple months, so I can get him the best version of me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about him getting no girlfriend or nothing, baby. Because I promise can't nobody make that stand like me. You hear me? But yeah, I do plan on doubling back. So now me and the new nigga end up getting into it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck him. I'm finna go about my business. I had ended up hitting him up, and he was like so mean to me. Girl crushed me. Like, I ain't never seen him act like that to me. Girl, he just wanted me to leave him alone. He was like, just move on with your life, whatever. I'm like, okay, bitch, I will. You hear me? So I never, like, I didn't even text him back. I just never said nothing else to him after that. Girl, a couple months passed by. He ended up making a post about me a week ago on his social media, saying, like, he can't lie, he missed me or whatever. I knew he missed me. But I texted him and told him I miss him too, but I left it at that. Like, I'm not even gonna try and, you know what I'm saying, rekindle that relationship until I can get him the best version of me. So yeah,
She worried about giving the best version of her, but when has he given the best version of him? You keep giving best and good versions of yourself, but he's still feeding you the same bullshit. You still going through the same bullshit.
end up going on about my business.
I'm going to go ahead and watch the rest of this video and give y'all a summary, because this is copywritten content. The music that she just put on here is copywritten. So basically what she said was, some time goes on and she calls herself getting herself together. It's been a couple months and they're starting to kind of text each other. So it was supposed to be a situation where Greg got the kids for the summer, but he did not want to go to Florida to pick them up. So she says, since you don't want to come to Florida, I will drop them off to you. And then she gets this text message.
When I tell you my motherfucking mouth dropped. Now, man, Greg done had plenty of kids. You know what I'm saying? Sir, you can't even take care of the kids you got right now. And you
Jesus Christ.
Still having, I thought you done learned your fucking lesson, dog. You still having kids. When I tell you I slapped the shit out that bitch so motherfucking hard, dog. I said, you sat up here and had another baby, and you don't even take care of all the 120,065,111,000 kids you got right now. So I end up calling the girl because he in front of me at that time. It's just a coincidence. She texts me at the second I'm in front of that motherfucker. So I said, let me see your baby. That was my first thing when I answered the phone. Let me see your baby. Girl, when I tell you the baby got the grid whole face, I looked at him. Like, I was just so stuck for words. I said, so you got a newborn? He sat up there on the phone. This girl is on my FaceTime. So that's my baby, bro. Oh, bro, I don't even know you, bro. This, and that. She was like, come on, Greg. What makes this whole situation fucking worse, the girl has special needs.
Hold the fuck up. I'm just gonna roll up my snack because Gregory, what's going on? What? And don't get me wrong, women and men with special needs need love too, but they need genuine love. They don't need to be taken advantage of. What? Baby pretty as hell though.
This boy. So I talked to the girl a little bit. I said, mind you, I'm a mean girl. I couldn't even be mean to her, fool, because
How
I was
could you?
just... Oh, I spoke to her. She said, I'm 19 and I'm trying. She said, I haven't spoke to Greg. I haven't seen Greg. My baby is 4 months old. Greg had been lying to me for 4 months. Like, he gonna come see the baby. He gonna send me some money for the baby. He all this and that, right? Girl, tell me why. This girl had been working at Sonic. Greg took advantage of this motherfucking girl. Every paycheck, this girl gave Greg the whole fucking paycheck. Girl, come back for the next part. Okay, so this is part.
She say this. Not what I imagined at all. This is not a bit of what I imagined. Is this what y'all imagined? Ooh-wee.
Before we finish the story, I'm about to give you guys a little bit of insight on the stuff that you guys are asking in the comments and things that you guys want me to get into more. Okay, so remember when Greg held me in my house hostage, right? This is that house. This was my bedroom. This was my living room. This was Dream's room. Because at the time I only had 2 kids and I was 19 years old. Okay, so this incident started in the bedroom. Greg had ended up going to jail like 3 times that week. It first initially started with Facebook Messenger. Someone had ended up texting me, a friend from when I was, maybe in kindergarten. He was like my first little kiss on the playground, baby. He had texted me and said something about my boyfriend. And I replied, what boyfriend? This crazy motherfucker woke me up out my sleep, dog. I ain't even gonna say he woke me up out my sleep. I was dead fucking sleep and something just like, bitch, arise. Bitch, when I opened my motherfucking eyes, this crazy motherfucker was standing over me like a motherfucking crazy person. And I'm just like, what the fuck? He instantly starts flipping out about the boy texting me on Facebook Messenger. I must have fell asleep like with my phone unlocked or something. I don't even know how he got in my phone. So it first started with him chasing me out the front door. He chased me out the front door all fucking around the apartment complex. The neighbors had ended up calling the police. So the police had ended up coming to the front door. And they was banging at the door, but he didn't want me to open up the door. So I never opened up the door. We was just like quiet in the house or whatever, but the police was like not going away. So the police had ended up sitting out there for like 2 fucking hours, bro. Mind you, at this time I was living in South Haven. This apartment right here is in South Haven. And South Haven police pretty much knew us. Like, baby, they was getting calls every day. The following day, I had told Greg, I'm like, do not come back to my house. Like, bro, stay away from my house. I happened to be on Instagram Live when he pulled up at my house, and it was like hundreds of people on there, and he was like banging at the front door and shit, and everybody was telling like, end the live, end the live, end the live. So I had hurried up and ended the live, and I had went in the bathtub, not the shower that's in my room, but the shower that was in the hallway. I went and hid in the shower, like laid down in the shower. At the time, my 2 kids were home with me, so I put them under the covers in my bed, but, like, I had put the pillows, like, in front of them, so he couldn't even see them. Like, okay, so you see where the pillows at? I had my kids, like, behind the pillow. They was asleep, so they was behind the pillows was in front of them, and, the blanket was laid out or whatever. So I'm literally laid down in the tub. I had already had 911 on the phone. And he was like kicking the door, kicking it. And then finally that bitch kicked in. And I'm on the phone with South Haven police, and I'm like, please, like, somebody, please, like, come, because the boy going crazy. Like, I could see him through the curtain, because the curtain was kind of like a little bit, well, you could see through it. And he was like, he had a gun in his hand. He like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you. This is that. Like, Greg was going on a fucking rampage. He had ended up, like, stealing all my shit out my house. I couldn't do shit, bitch, because I was in the tub laying down. I was not, for no reason, finna come out that tub. So I'm just, like, peeking up, watching him steal all my shit out my house. At the time, we had, like, PS4s and shit. So He stole like my PS4. He was like just stealing everything out my house. So as all this happening, the police pull up. As he's leaving, the police pulling in. So when the police get to my door, I'm telling them like, this man just stole all my shit, bro. Like, bro, go get this man, fool. They had ended up seeing him already, and I guess they had already had cars chasing behind him while this officer was here, like, to see what's going on, take my report and everything. When I'm telling you, bitch, he kicked the motherfucking door off the hinges, bitch. I didn't have a front door for like 2 days, dog. Like, the apartments, like, the whole frame, everything was fucking destroyed. Like, them big-ass construction boots that bitch be wearing. That bitch kicked the door down. Greg had ended up going on a fucking chase for, like, 3-4 hours. He attempted to run over a police officer. When the police officer was trying to, like, throw the spike strips out, he tried to hit the police officer. Like, so he, after knowing you just kicked in my door, you fucking took shit out my house, all this shit, bitch, you finna go to jail, like, for trying to hit this police officer. So his fucking charges just building up and building up and building up. So this right here is the charges from that day. Mind you, his birthday is June 18th. This happened on June 25th when we came back from Florida. I had just took him to Florida for his birthday, June 18th, which is this picture here where I literally spent $10,000, like, for him to go on a yacht, do water sports, and do all type of stuff. Not even to mention, we had to leave the trip early because Greg got us put out the hotel because he saw a nigga text my phone. He got us put out the hotel in Florida, and I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm going back home. I don't even fuck the trip. So he ends up going to jail. I end up answering his jail calls. He's like, he's sorry, he ain't gonna do it no more. Like, he don't know what's wrong. Like, he just going through it right now. Whatever. I immediately called the bondsman. I bond him out of jail. Mind you, the fucking bond is $100,000, dog. I go and bond Greg out of jail. Couple weeks pass by. Now we in July 29th, and he goes back to.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Whatever your bond is set at, when you go to like a bail bondsman, I don't really know. So like I said, correct me. You really only got to pay like what, 10% of that or something? Y'all let me know. I'm trying to get a hang of this. You know, I'm not about this life. You know, I don't go to jail and all of this stuff. I've never been to jail. I've never been booked for any reason. You know, I pay my speeding tickets, or, you know, I don't even go to court to fight the speeding ticket. I just pay it. I don't even want to go in the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, I know I was speeding, so goddamn, I got to pay my ticket. Now, if I was ever wrongfully accused of doing something, I'm going to see how I can fight that thing. But wouldn't it only be like 10% of the charge that she would have to pay when she goes to the bail bondsman? I'm just asking because people in the comment section, like, you paid $100,000 to get him out? Like, isn't it really like just a percentage of that? Let me know, because I'm not sure.
To jail. The same shit. Gotta call the police to get his ass up out my house. Now, this time he went to jail. They put him a no contact order, and he completely had to leave me alone. And that was just that. He ended up coming back
just
to
sitting
my
up
house.
There.
From June to July, South police had patrol in my apartment complex because, like, it was so fucking bad. Like, it was bad. So one night, I was in the car with him, and we was on the way home, and I guess it was like just so happened to be the time that they was finna patrol to make sure that Greg ain't over there. They happened to see Greg's car coming into the apartment complex. I was in the car on the passenger side, and they immediately like turned the lights on and start chasing us. This man was driving so fucking crazy, bro. Like, so we end up going on a chase. In the midst of us going on a chase, South police is calling me. So I pick up the phone. They like, Destiny, where are you? We're at your front door. I'm like, I'm not home right now. What's going on? They told me that they're in pursuit. They got Greg in pursuit, and they just, you know what I'm saying, caught him coming into my apartment. So they trying to make sure I'm okay. At this point, baby, like, it's fucking crazy, dog. Okay, so here we go, August 18th. The same old shit. Like, he just keep on
This
doing
is
the
great.
same fucking shit. He goes back to jail. I bun him out again.
He looks like he takes advantage of special needs people. He looks like it. I'll put that past him.
Just $1,000. I end up getting charged with like 33 counts of contempt of court because like this boy done went to jail like 6-7 times in the last 2 months, baby. And they just like, at this point, it's the both of y'all. So I ended up picking up his phone calls, whatever, came and bunting him out of jail.
Again.
Now we get to here, where he was charged with aggravated stalking. Now, this is not a charge that I put on him. This is the charge that South Haven police put on him. So after all this occurs, I let Greg come back and stay at my house after he held me hostage and all this shit. This is those charges right here. It says 2021, but these are the charges from him holding me in the house hostage or whatever, but he didn't get sentenced to 2021. This happened in 2020. So back to this charge. When he ended up holding me in the house hostage or whatever, I tried to tell them like everything was okay, but like at that point it was out of my hands. They end up confiscating both of our phones. They confiscated my phone to see the messages between me and my mom, because my mom was the one who called the police to the house. And I told them that I never text my mom. My mom was delusional and all type of shit. So they confiscated my phone for evidence. They also took his phone, which was in my house at the time. They got a search warrant for my house and basically like was looking for the gun that he had and whatever else is in the house. They took money out of the house. They took his gun, which he had hid in my closet, and they took our phones and just a couple other shit. Y'all come back for the next part. Okay, so before we finish the story, I'm about to give you guys. Okay, so he ends up getting charged with aggravated assault. Like I said, this isn't a charge I put on him. This is a charge that South Haven police put on him. So with this charge, I had ended up having to call the police on Greg a couple days before this. Like, the 18th or whatever, right? He ended up running from them. They never caught him, okay? Greg had ended up going on a long-ass fucking chase, and he ended up going to his grandma's house. He lost them, ended up going to his grandma's house. Now, when Greg at his grandma's house, he calls me and says, I'm sorry, you know, woo, like, please, can we just stop all this fighting? Can we just be together? Dumbass motherfucking me sitting on the phone with him on his grandma, like he on his grandma porch. He's on the phone with me and he's like, the police keep passing by. I think they finna come over here. So I'm like, leave your car in the yard, go jump the back gate, and I'm finna send you an Uber. Because clearly he couldn't pull his car out of the yard or whatever, right? So Greg ends up jumping the back gate. I end up calling him an Uber.
Y'all be getting these innocent people mixed up in y'all crap. Damn Uber driver picking somebody up. Whole time this man is running from the police. People just don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about nobody but themselves. Because what?
Uber to my house. Mind you, after he just did all this shit, I'm still trying to save him. So he catches an Uber to my house. He gets to my house, and the police did in fact go to his grandma's house. They towed his car out the grandma's yard or whatever. No questions. Like, they didn't want to hear shit the grandma had to say. Nobody had to say. They took the car, and that was the end of it. So Greg ends up coming to my house, and the police end up tracking his phone at my house. So us not knowing that the police done track the phone, he's just in there sleep comfortable. Like, the police end up setting up fucking snipers on the building across. Like, I'm talking about like all type of motherfucking police out there, bitch. They had motherfucking SWAT trucks and fucking like motherfucking camper cars. Bitch, shit, I ain't even know South Haven police had. Do you hear me? They came and got his ass up at my house. Like, they came and got him up at the house, baby. Them bitches was out there for like 4-5 hours. I'm talking about like, bro, like, the shit's crazy, dog. So, how they end up getting in my house, I had ended up going out the door because I'm seeing all these fucking police outside. I'm like, bro, these folks not finna go away. So, I had a deadbolt on my lock. I had locked my door, and I had told Greg, I said, do not come out this house. I went out. As soon as I walked out the house, the police immediately rushed me.
Damn.
They was like, who's in the house? I said, ain't nobody in my house. This dumbass nigga sitting up there looking out the window. I just told these folks wasn't nobody in my house. And you looking out the window? Girl,
stupid.
The lady who was over the case, well, over all these cases, because, baby, she was tired.
She was like, Destiny, you're fucking pregnant. This is fucking ridiculous. Like, we tried every fucking thing to keep this man away from you, and you just keep letting him come back. Like, this is fucking crazy. So the woman, like, was real pissed off. Like, she was just going fucking berserk. She ended up taking my house keys, and they attempting to go in the house. I'm telling them, like, no, please don't go in my house. Like, please, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they had so many fucking guns. Like, bro, oh my God. They had motherfucking tank trucks out there, bitch. I didn't even know Southhaven police had tank trucks. Bro, this shit was on the floor. So I'm begging them, like, please do not go in my house. Like, please, I don't want y'all to kill him. Like, please, you know, because I don't know how Greg finna react when these people go in the house. I just don't know, baby. I'm telling them I will get him out the house. I end up talking to Greg, and I'm like, please just come out the house, Greg. Like, please just come out with your hands up or whatever. This stupid motherfucker ends up making the situation worse. He goes on the fucking balcony and holds my fucking baby up and uses her as a motherfucking shield, telling them he ain't coming out that motherfucker. Girl, come back for the next fucking part. Okay, so
Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Out of all the things that she has said that Greg has done to her, all the outside baby, all the disrespectful things he have done to people, to her and around her, to her mom, all of that. Baby, this one right here would have been the complete straw. Like, if she ain't have enough before, this would have been the last part of the series. And she knows Greg better than anyone else. She probably feels in her heart or knows in her heart, he's not going to drop the baby. He's not going to do nothing to harm the baby. He's just trying to get out of this situation, whatever. But there's no excuse to put that baby in danger like that, because although he may not purposely do something to harm that child, what if he would have reached for his phone and then police didn't give a damn and just started firing, thinking that he was finna do something to them? Or what if the baby did slip off the balcony? You know, it's just like a lot of what ifs. Like, he's just putting the baby in a very, very dangerous situation. And once you start messing with the kids, oh, it's a wrap.
So he ends up using my fucking baby as a shield, doing all type of shit. His whole fucking family is out there. They done contacted his daddy, every fucking body. And basically, they just trying to negotiate with him to come out of the house. So y'all know Greg is a detailer. He details cars and stuff. So he works for his daddy business, and his daddy has a contract with Southhaven police. So the captain of Southhaven police, Greg, details his car. So that's the only person he wanted to speak to. So the captain ended up getting Greg to come out of the house or whatever. They take Greg to jail. Now, when Greg goes to jail, at this time, his bond was not $50,000. His bond was actually $500,000. Mind you, I've been bonding Greg out for the last 3 months, like damn near every motherfucking week for the last 3 months. And baby, my funds is running low. And I've never been down bad, but $500,000 bond, baby, I can't do it. So he calling me from jail or whatever. I'm telling him, like, I can't come get you, baby. Like, you gonna have to give me a couple days to figure something out, because a $500,000 bond is crazy. So his daddy ended up getting him out of this one right here. His daddy ended up bonding him out. When his daddy bonds him out, he comes back to my house. And that's discharge right here, violation of domestic violence no contact order, because he comes back to my house. Now, the stalking aggravated felony comes from him violating the no contact order so many times. So, Southhaven police calls him and tells him he can come pick up his phone out of the evidence. They don't need it no more, which was a setup. So me and him ride together to Southhaven Police Department. He parks like on the side of the building or whatever, and he goes in to pick up his phone. When he goes in to pick up his phone, I guess it was like already some police outside, and they seen me sitting in his car. They come outside and they like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, he's not even supposed to be around you. Why are you here? Like, why are you in the car with him? So now they trying to charge me with all type of shit. So that's where this charge stems from. They had charged him with aggravated stalking because he just kept on coming around me, and they caught me in the car at the police station. He had to sit for a couple days because his daddy had to go hire a lawyer and shit to get his bond dropped, because at that time, bitch, his bond was like outrageous. So yeah, they end up releasing him on this charge for aggravated stalking. They end up releasing him on an ankle monitor, and he no longer could come back to my address. They put him on house arrest, but he had no restrictions. He just could not go to my address. And that's where the part comes in, where I move out of my apartment and move into another apartment so that he could stay with me, because clearly he couldn't go back to that address. So he ends up using my fucking baby as a shield, doing all type of shit. His whole fucking family is out there. They done contacted his daddy, every fucking body, and basically they just trying to negotiate with him to come out the house. So y'all know Greg. Remember I told y'all I was gonna tell you about the 15-year-old girl who gave him the STD, right? I ain't even have to do no work. She revealed herself. Remember I told y'all I was gonna. Okay, so a lot of people are questioning how did I carjack Carly and how did I leave without my car? So this was my car.
Break it down.
This is the car that I drove down there. Now, when I pulled up into the apartment complex, as y'all know, I had went to Walmart first. He wasn't in his car at Walmart. He ended up, I guess, getting in the car with her, and they drove to the apartment complex. Because when I tracked his iPhone, he was at the apartment complex in her car, and his car was still at Walmart. So when I get to the apartment complex, I had ended up driving around, and then I seen her car back then. They were like at an apartment complex behind like a auto zone or some type of fucking store in fucking Senatobia, like going towards Coldwater. So I blocked them in. I had ended up getting out with my baseball bat. My 2 kids were still in the car, and I started like busting out the windows and shit. So I first went on Greg's side, bust out the window. It instantly bust, and like the glass shattered everywhere. I walked around the front of the car to the driver's side, and I started hitting the window, but that mother would not break. So she ended up jumping on Greg's lap, and I eventually got the window to break. So she ended up jumping on Greg's lap, getting out the car and running. I chased her down, beat the shit out of her, whatever. And then I end up stealing the car. So I was screaming at Greg out there. I'm like, bitch, like, get your motherfucking ass in the car. Woo, woo, woo. So my original plan was to get in my car. Shit was just happening so fast. Like, my plan was not to carjack her. Greg out there screaming like, bro, you just did all that. Woo, woo. The police finna come. We in Senatobia. This and that. Woo, woo. I end up jumping in the bitch car. Greg jumped in my car. I jumped in the bitch car. And we trailed each other. And I wrecked her car off the interstate. I ended up getting charged with felony carjacking. I was on a $75,000 bond, and Greg grandma came and got me. Now y'all are asking, how did I not end up in prison? This case didn't go on pretty long. I only went to one court date, and that was like basically like the court date that she was supposed to show up at. I never had like reoccurring court dates or whatever. So not only couldn't they prove that I did this, like you guys said, if I pulled up in my car, how did I carjack her? She basically made a statement to the police and said that when I pulled up and did all that, her and Greg ran. She said that her and Greg left the scene and she don't know where Greg went. So at that point, how did I carjack you? So it really was like no evidence that I really.
So y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I'm reading the comments over here. Somebody said, so you're still on probation for this? And the girl said, yeah. So couldn't the courts, the lawyer, the girl, whoever, take these TikToks and say she's admitting it right here? Like, we didn't have proof before, but now she's admitting to the crime, and then she can do some real time or something like that. Like, is she incriminating herself? Like, that's why I be like kind of not really believing these. I feel like they be a little bit over exaggerated. Because who just out here? Now, yeah, if she did her time, the case has passed, it's behind her. This was years ago. Yeah, sure. But people, the last couple of series like this I've reacted to, baby, y'all just telling a little bit too much of y'all business.
Carjack her, besides her word against mine, and Greg obviously made a statement. When I end up going to court, they offered me a plea for 5 years probation, and I just took it because I kind of thought she would show up and like testify against me. And I just didn't know how that was gonna turn out, so I just took 5 years probation, and I had to pay fees or whatever. Now, they did try to get me to pay her restitution, but I had told the judge, like, I'm not paying her restitution. I'm not paying no restitution to nobody who was having intercourse with my baby daddy. So the judge had ended up putting in my court order that she had 30 days to come and request for restitution, or I wouldn't have to pay it. And so
she
I
ain't
didn't
do
have
her
to pay
part.
it. She lived in Charleston, Mississippi, so she never came to Senatobia to request for restitution or go to the court. So I didn't have to pay her restitution. I only had to pay state fines. Okay, so I went on Google, and to clear it up, it was O'Reilly's. So it's behind, the apartment complex was behind O'Reilly's in Senatobia, Mississippi. I really don't like how y'all trying to test my character or make it seem like anything I'm saying is a lie, baby. All this happened in real time. I just didn't feel the need to go find all these pictures and post them. So this is my car. Hold on, let me move my head. So my window was down a little bit, and that's how my arm ended up scraping across the interstate. Now, this window over here was not all the way down. This window was like halfway down, and so not even halfway, like just a little bit down, but enough that my baby could fit through and get out the car. I had to wait for like a whole bunch of people to stop and break the window and get me out the car or whatever. And this happened like on the interstate, on the turnpike going to Florida. Already in Florida. I was maybe like 2 hours from Broward. I really don't like how y'all trying to test my... Okay, so a lot of people are questioning again about my story. How did I win $100,000 and et cetera, et cetera. As I said, one thing y'all ain't got to worry about is me ever telling a lie, baby. So this is my W-2 from Horseshoe Casino. Of course, I had to pay taxes on this money. I'm in debt with the IRS, baby. I ended up winning $116,000. I had a choice to pay state or federal tax. The state tax was like $3,000 some dollars, so I ended up leaving with $113,000 in cash. They paid me in cash. And I didn't pay federal tax because federal tax was like 29%. Now, if I would have paid it, I would have got it back on my tax return, but I ain't pay it. And pretty much I had to send a win-loss statement to the IRS to basically say that, you know, I pretty much lost 29% of the money gambling or whatever. And it balances out. But I still kind of owe the IRS a little bit, but it balances out. Now, this picture here is the next day after I won $100,000. This is the next day. So the day I won the $100,000 was July 28th. This was the 29th. So I ended up winning another $16,000 at Gold Strike Casino. And pretty much by the end of the week, I was up like damn near $170,000 off gambling. Mind you, around this time, I just started going to the casino. This was probably like my 6th or 7th time in the casino.
Copyright. So I am going to see what she got to say and give y'all a review. Basically, she said, she's taking us back. The story is really all over the place, y'all, and I do apologize for that. But she's taking us back to when the girl lived 4 hours away and came back and moved in with Greg and his grandmother. She said that Greg wanted to, I guess, fix their, family and try and get back together yet again. It's just the back and forth is what's confusing me, because it's like, come on, let's get one story and then let's just flow. We may have to go back a time or two to clarify some things, but it's like the story just jumping. It's just jumping. But yeah, basically he wanted to fix his family again or something.
I ended up having a girl living with me. I'm not going to disclose her name because she ain't got nothing to do with this. But the girl ended up living with me, and come to find out, like, she had some shit going with Greg. Now, we had another friend who had ended up telling me about it, and I never knew about it, but the other friend had ended up telling me because she was at my house too. So, pretty much I had told the girl, like, come get her stuff out my house. She can't come back to my house or whatever. The girl ended up going, like, on her whole rampage on some tough ass shit. Like, I'm finna pull up over there. Woo. She on Facebook Live, baby. So, mind you, like I said, I'm always on Facebook. I'm on Facebook day and night. I get paid from Facebook, baby. So, I'm always on Facebook. I was already on my Facebook Live when she called herself pulling up. So, everybody, like, woo coming over there. She said she on her way, blase. I'm like, okay, I'm sitting in my yard, baby. So about 20-25 minutes end up passing by. Here come this crazy ass girl come around the corner. This is how that turned out.
Come on, bitch. Get
ended up getting into it with her. She pulled up in my yard. I knocked her teeth out. And I ended up going to Greg from my house and got into it with Greg. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this was my fault this time. I pulled up over there trying to fight him. He beat me up. And I called the police and told them that he beat me up. They took him to jail. So he ends up going to jail. He stayed in there for like maybe 2 weeks, and then it came time for him to be released. When it came time for him to be released, I had ended up going to pick him up. Now, the girl, she ended up going back home because, like I told y'all, Greg was done with her and pretty much left her in Mississippi and sent her ass back home. Greg had ended up coming back home, trying to fix his family or whatever. And then also the girl who I had got to fighting with, she like had people coming to my house, had somebody kicking in my door while I wasn't there, like all type of stuff was going on. So I just wanted Greg to be there with me at my house because like I didn't know what was finna happen. So he had ended up staying like a week with me, and he was like, you know what, let's ride to Nashville. So we ended up going to Nashville. We got us a hotel downtown, and we took the kids with us. Now, this was like my first time being around the kids, because he had ended up letting me get the kids back. Now, when we get to Nashville, he was in the bathroom, and he kept saying that his pee hurt. So I'm looking at him like, what you mean your pee hurt, Greg? Like, he like, when I pissed, it hurt. So we had ended up having a conversation or whatever. I'm telling him like, you got this stuff. He ended up telling me who he got it from, which was Ricardo. And I had texted her on Facebook. So now we go back to Mississippi. I end up taking him to Baptist of DeSoto. Now this time it was really like a him problem and not a me problem because I wasn't fucking him, okay? Like I told y'all, I wasn't happy in a relationship, and you know when you just not there mentally, you just, the whole sex thing just ain't gonna work, baby. So, shit, I took him to the hospital. He ended up getting clean. He ended up getting a shot or whatever, and that was that. Now a couple months later, I ended up finding out about another girl. Now her name is Stormy. Little ass girl, like 15, 16 years old. She ended up telling me about her and her friend going over to Greg on my house and fucking Greg in Mark Haley bed. Beyond me, baby. Y'all come back for the next part. Okay, so this.
At this point, she's grown, right? I mean, the story is going back and forth so much, I really can't keep up. But how do you continue to be with a man, mess with a man, date a man, be connected to a man that is having sex with minors? How? 15, 16? Unacceptable. These are children. And from the picture, it doesn't look like Greg is too much older than her, but I still want to know, how old is Greg? I should look at them damn documents a little bit closer. I'm sure his birthday was on there somewhere. Because what? What?
It's part 16 of me so tied to this motherfucking demon of a baby daddy. So I end up finding out about the whole little situation with him having the threesome with the damn minors, with 15-year-olds. I end up immediately cutting him off because I'm like, this shit is weird. Mind you, I don't know if it's true. I'm just going by what the little girl told me, but I don't put shit past him. So I cut him off because I don't even want no shit like that attached to my name, baby. So I end up cutting him off like for a long ass time, for some months. And I end up meeting this new nigga. So when I meet this nigga, he had just got out of prison or whatever. He had a little situation with his baby mama. They was toxic too. He had 2 kids with her. He said, well, I ain't being messy, but he said he only had 1 kid with her and the other kid wasn't his. But I'm just a messenger, baby. So I end up meeting this dude named Baldhead. Now, this man is like way older than me, so he was more like a goddamn father figure, bitch. he didn't want me doing like no crazy shit. Like he kept me in line, okay? We really was fucking with each other tough, but like not even on all that, you know what I'm saying? But we fucked with each other tough. So at the time of me talking to this man, I was talking to him for maybe like 3-4 months or whatever. But when I was talking to him, I didn't know that he was still messing off with his baby mama. I don't know if they was like messing off, but she was crazy about him. So one night, I'm dropping him off at home and a car pulled behind me. So I'm like, what the fuck? Girl, it's his baby mama. But at the time, I'm not knowing it's his baby mama. So he getting out the car, walking in the house. He completely ignoring the person that's in the car. So I pull off because I'm not even knowing what's going on. Bro, when I tell you, bro, this bitch chased me all the way to the interstate, dog. Like, I'm like, who the fuck did he call, like, going behind me, chasing me for, bro? This bitch chased me all the way to the interstate, dog. This bitch damn near ran off the road trying to chase me, dog. I'm like, what the fuck? So he ends up calling me. He tell me it's his baby mama or whatever. He like, bro, that bitch crazy fool. Just don't even worry about her. So, mind you, everybody know I'm talking to this dude. She know I'm talking to this dude. Everybody knows I'm talking to this dude. So, I guess the baby mama getting her feelings or whatever, right? He end up, like, not talking to her or whatever. But, like, whole time she was pregnant. She ended up getting pregnant before he started talking to me. So one day he ended up asking me to use my car or whatever because he had to go to a work interview. And I was like, okay, just bring my car back later. Bitch, I'm in there sleep good as fuck. Bitch, my phone started blowing up. 10 o'clock in the morning, my phone blowing up. Everybody calling me, Destiny, you okay? What? I'm like, what the fuck going on? They like, girl, your car is wrecked. I'm like, my car wrecked? Bruh, when I tell you I was fucking blowed out, the man never called me to tell me that my car was wrecked. So I'm like, I'm calling around, bruh, everybody is calling me, fool. So I end up getting him on the phone. I'm like, bro, where's my car, fool? Where's my car, bro? He was like, bro, I was finna call you, bro. This dumbass girl smashed into your car. Tell me why. The girl smashed into my car like 100 and something miles an hour. Her fucking car flipped over, like flipped in the air, flipped over. And this bitch crawled out the motherfucking car like she was a motherfucking superhero or something. Y'all think I'm being fucking dramatic? I'm so fucking serious. When I watched the neighbor camera, bro, I could not believe this shit, dog. I don't know how this girl made it out, baby. Bro, this girl, oh my God. She ends up wrecking my car. I end up cutting him off because I'm like, bitch, this is too much for me, okay? I'm getting money. I ain't worried about shit with you and your baby mama, nigga. I got my own baby dad. I ain't finna play with you like that. You hear me? So, my car ended up getting wrecked. I ended up getting another little car. So now around this time is when I started going like down to Senatobia and shit more. That's like more down the way, like not the city, but down the way. So I start hanging out with a girl named Santina. So she brings me around some more people. I end up meeting more people, and eventually I end up meeting this boy named Devin. Now, when I meet Devin, it's like strictly on some cool shit. Like, he was like my brother. Like, we never had sex or anything. Like, he was just cool as hell. Now, we used to flirt a little bit, but never had sex. Mind you, Devin's sister is JJ godmom, my son godmom. So, when I start sending my son over there and stuff, I guess his godmom was posting him on Snapchat, and now the family being messy, telling Greg that, that girl got your baby over there at Devin them house, woo. So now he thinks I'm fucking Devin. I end up buying me another little cash car. I ain't even really care to just keep on buying all these fucking cars off the lot and shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting money. I'm finna run it up in this little cash car. So I get me a little cash car or whatever. Now, one day, me and Devin had ended up riding to the store with Devin's sister and Santina. Mind you, we in my little cash car, and we just vibing. So when we on the way to the store, it ended up being a car keep like riding my ass, dog. Devin is driving. I'm in the passenger seat. His sister and Santina in the back seat. Mind you, I haven't talked to my baby daddy in months. I end up getting like some no caller ID calls, and I'm picking it up, and it's Greg, and he like, where you at, bitch? Woo woo woo. And I'm like, the fuck, nigga, I'm out of town. I'm in Nashville. I ain't nowhere around there. Stop calling me, girl. So it's a car riding our ass, fool, like so fucking close, and I'm not paying attention, but I see Devin keep looking in the mirror, and he like trying to figure out what the fuck going on. So I said, that must be the police behind us. Here goes Santina crazy ass in the background. You talking about the police, bitch? That's your baby daddy. So I'm like, oh my God, fool. Mind you, we're right by the police station in Sentosa. Devin ended up trying to turn down a street, off of Highway 51. He tried to turn off, is that Highway 50? I don't know if it's Highway 51. He ended up turning off a street, and trying to like go away from Greg. I'm telling him like, bro, just keep going, fool. Just keep going, bro, because he man on some more shit. Bro, tell me why this man blocked us off, like on some whole crazy shit, bro. Blocked us off, fool. Got out the car dumping. I'm talking about dumping that bitch down. 2 guns in his hand, dumping that bitch down. Then fucking shot out my radiator. And Devin puts the motherfucking car in reverse like in Fast and Furious movie, bitch. And he just hits the gas, and like he driving, he going backwards or whatever, and fucks around and hit the fire extinguisher. Girl, Greg going crazy, bitch. Girl, all you hear is skirt. He come down there where we crashed at. Everybody jumped out the car running, but Santina. So on my little cash car, don't laugh at me, but my door behind my driver's side didn't open. And that's the side Santina was on, so she wasn't able to get out of the car, but bitch, all of us took out the running. So I'm hiding in the bushes. Devin and his sister, they gone. They done left me. And Santina over there is still trying to get out of the car with them. So Greg come down there like, where that bitch at? I'ma kill that hoe. Woo-doo. So Santina like, don't shoot Greg. It's me, bro. It's me. So Greg end up leaving the scene, baby. Y'all come back for the next part. Cause baby, Devin them roll bitch at done. You heard me? I had to stop them from killing Greg.
All right, y'all, I'm burnt out. I can't do no more of this one right here. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm really sitting here thinking. I'm going back and forth with myself right now, trying to figure out if I'm actually going to go ahead and drop part 3 of this. But I feel like I've started so much. I can't just leave y'all hanging. So y'all stay tuned. We got one more part of this, and we are going to complete this series. All right. If you like videos like this and you want to see more is to come. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, because right now, King Day is out. Peace. The motherfucking building.
Run it up, was up. JBRISKO, not know when was up. Run that shit, we had all the show. Say that shit for your camera.